Dateline Crazy Town, Monday, 14 April. America's most morally execrable fake news disgraced journalist, 98-year-old Taylor Lorenz. Yes, she actually is older than Jim Lovell. It's a little known fact. Was in the news this week, regrettably. And how did she get in the news? Well, in that same way that psychotic, untalented hacks who have worn out their welcome in the mainstream fake news media always do. By dialing the crazy knob upward and upward for as long as it takes until somebody finally agrees to shoot an interview with you. And so what did 106-year-old Taylor Lorenz, who used to work at the New York Times until they got sick of all the lawsuits and fired her ass, and then she somehow got herself hired over at the Washington Post and spent most of her time there doxing teenagers for being transphobic, until Jeff Bezos also got sick of all the lawsuits and fired her ass. What did she have to do this week to get a little taste of that sweet, sweet nectar of 2 minutes of cable TV FaceTime? Well, she had to publicly orgasm over a cold-blooded killer, allegedly. And if you question that characterization, I encourage you to view the footage and then dispute it. I don't want to get too graphic here. I know we have lots of elderly viewers with delicate sensibilities, but you can practically hear the sound of her thighs moistening as she talks about how totally dreamy Luigi Mangione is. Luigi Mangione, of course, is the maniac who, allegedly, murdered the CEO of a healthcare company in New York City last year for the crime of being the CEO of a healthcare company. And for reasons that are so bizarre I am powerless to comprehend them, a lot of dumb leftist women like 119-year-old Taylor Lorenz think that makes him a very desirable sex symbol, which I think is not an unreasonable inference when you hear the way that the 212-year-old Ms. Lorenz is quite literally purring and cooing as she is describing the murderer's wonderful personal qualities. But if anything, at least she understands the game she is playing here, because that's just the front end of the project. After all, positioning yourself as the same sort of chick who would have camped out on the sidewalk for Charlie Manson, or sent pussy pics to Ted Bundy, or married the Night Stalker, you get a certain amount of exposure from that, from your fellow idiot wokester who say, yeah, I guess that killer is pretty dreamy now that I think about it. The back end of the project, probably the most lucrative part, is the conservative outrage. So right on cue, here is 326-year-old Taylor Lorenz on the Sean Hannity show the other night. And that is exactly the 2-minute cable TV hit she was trying so desperately to get. And she sits there with a straight face protesting that, oh, no, of course those aren't my feelings about Luigi. I am just relating what I have heard other women say, while rubbing my thighs together vigorously as my eyes roll back in my head and I pound the table shouting, yes, 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 Luigi, my mighty Roman vengeance god! As the girl holding the microphone boom quietly remarks, I'll have what that 367-year-old lady is having.